You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Awkward After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Awkward After Show.
There's nothing to it. I believe I can fly.
Yes, that is some motivation for you guys because this has been the most motivational awkward episode
So
yet.
inspiring.
It's season 3, episode 20, the finale. It's called Who Do I Want to Be? I'm your host, Christina Zias. Jason, who do you want to be?
I want to be me.
You want to be?
I'm Jason Eichler. Tiana's gone tonight, guys. She has a side career as a streetwalker, and she got arrested for trying to sell her goodies.
That's not true,
It might be, tweet her.
but it's who she wants to be.
It's who
So
she wants to
that's
be.
why Jason
Her
started.
goodies are for sale at the Tiana Hobson if you want them.
I would like to start off this episode by saying one of Mr. Hart's quotes. No matter where you go or what you do, you can't escape yourself, which I really like.
I think that's such a, we're getting really deep, and usually we just get sexual. Oh, no, my God. Wait, that wasn't even supposed to be sexual. Oh, my God. But anyways, I think that's, really true, though, because everybody always, tries to move away somewhere, and then they get in the same problems, different city, you know?
Absolutely. It's such a simple thought, I guess, but really complex at the same time, because when you really think about it, you can't ever escape yourself. No matter your problems are because of you. So
Yeah.
you have to either choose to accept them or fix them in some way. And I don't know, it was really nice.
Well, I feel like that's been Jenna's problem this whole time, too, though, is that she blames it on Maddie, and then she blames it on Colin, and then it's all for friends, and then it's her parents, and it's like, yo, girl, you're the problem.
You're your own worst enemy, for sure.
And this is the first time, in a while, after watching an episode, I'm like, oh, she's got a good head on her shoulders.
Definitely. We complained about her a lot.
Yeah, this season, she had a downward spiral, obviously.
Yeah, but in this episode, she realized all of her issues, I guess, and who she wants to be. So, okay, we started off, obviously we ended up last episode with a little bit of a cliffhanger because she thought Maddie was going to ask her to prom, and he just asked for her permission, asked Bailey. So we find out that she says yes.
And we gotta would you put your foot in your mouth or your fist in your mouth? What's the saying?
Fist in your mouth? Foot in your mouth? I don't know. I don't think I would ever say that.
Okay.
The saying is, you put your foot in your mouth.
Okay, thank you.
We had our
Steven.
foot in our mouth because we gave Bailey a lot of crap last week for being like, oh my God, she's a horrible person. She shouldn't go, even though Jenna shouldn't be mad about it. And then come to find out, Bailey said no this whole time.
Yeah, but I still don't like Bailey. So I'm taking that foot.
Seems,
My feet are staying on the ground. Thank you very much.
not in your mouth.
No.
Just your fist.
Just my fist. No, but I think we said that she probably wouldn't say yes.
Yeah, I don't know what I thought, but she is a little weird. The fact that she's like, Jenna, you're my only friend. And then the fact that she's okay with them dancing, it's very awkward to watch.
Well, I think that Bailey handled the situation very well. And we know obviously that Jenna was avoiding her, and which I think a lot of people would end up doing to their friend, because it's just such an awkward situation. You feel like you don't have the right to be mad at someone, but you are upset. And we find out that Bailey actually turned Maddie down. And I think she handled it well. What I think was weird is how Jenna kind of set them up.
Yeah. I feel like she almost did that because she's the type of person that feels like she needs to punish herself, and she feels like that's how she's righting the wrong.
Yeah,
and
that makes sense.
And a weird, it's messed up. I would not do that, but I think that's what she's thinking. No, I need to make sure Maddie's happy now because I messed him up so bad.
Which I guess is right, because she really did screw him over pretty badly. And I loved in the beginning of the scene of the episode where you kind of saw everyone talking crap about Jenna.
It was like there were so many like Mean Girls parallels to Awkward this season.
Totally.
But that especially, like when like the burn book, all this. I don't know what's that scene.
Yeah,
in
the
Mean
burn
Girls?
book.
Yeah.
Yeah, and exactly when she's like, who does like Jenna think she is?
I know. I like invented her.
Yeah, exactly. I think they were trying to replicate that a little bit, and they did a good job. It was funny. And of course, Val is back to her old tricks. She is the worst guidance counselor imaginable.
The worst. She didn't change at all.
No. If anything, she got even worse.
But also the fact that Jenna is sitting there like fessing to Val and then lets out that she's in love with her teacher and Val doesn't even react to that at all. She's just like, ew, him? That's disgusting.
He's not even allowed at the prom.
And she,
too much cleavage.
I mean, she made it, like if I was Val, I would have assumed that they were having an affair the way that Jenna was explaining it to her.
That's true.
And she didn't even react.
Wouldn't have reacted to that either. I guess I'd be a pretty bad guidance counselor as well. Okay, so we find out that Jenna is infatuated with Mr. Hart because she's obsessed with this book that she uses to distract herself from her awful life at the moment.
Which Mr. Hart gave her a while ago and she refused to read it.
Right, and now she's finally reading it and turns out that he is the author of it.
And she's like obsessed with it.
Obsessed. And then that's where we get into like his assignment, and he wants their final assignment, which I think it's so funny how there's only like 5 people in the class now. This high school is weird. Like, how do these kids get kicked out of the class?
And then it wasn't.
Totally. And like that one kid is standing outside for 4 months.
Sadie's boyfriend. I can't remember his name. Is it Austin?
Austin is Sadie's boyfriend, but that's not the kid who was standing outside.
It's not?
No. You thought that was Sadie's boyfriend? It's like that creepy kid. The creepy, like, gothy kid.
Oh, I thought that was Sadie's boyfriend. No, okay, because that's the kid that used to wear the Jennas.
Oh, yes. That was
whatever the t-shirt said.
That wasn't Sadie's. That's not Austin.
Oh, I totally thought they were the same person this whole time.
Oh, no, that's really funny. They all are both weird, though.
Yeah, and they kind of look similar, right?
A little bit, yeah, so that makes sense.
That's funny.
So I guess Mr. Hart figures that after, like, all of his torture, he can assign something that'll have them thinking about themselves and their futures. So he wants them to do an assignment. Who do you want to be?
I was thinking about that, like writing a paper like that, because you know when teachers assign really personal papers and you're like, I don't want you to know this about me.
And like, you know you love talking about yourself.
Oh, I know me. I'm saying other people, not me. I don't give a but like, doesn't that seem like a weird thing to be telling your teacher?
It does, but I feel like this is not like tell me your deepest, dirtiest, darkest secrets. True. It's like it really.
Who do I want to be? I just want to be famous, and
right. That's probably what I bet you.
I know.
I wish I knew what Sadie wrote.
Oh yeah, that would be interesting.
Because I feel like this whole episode would be really great coming from her perspective as well as not only from Jenna's.
Yeah, because Sadie's come a long way. I feel like. But I feel like she's like very insecure, like especially when it comes to her love life.
She's insecure about everything, like her love life, her financial life, her like body image life.
Oh yeah, because can we talk about them in the sauna steam
definitely
room? They're like wrapped in Saran wrap, like above like winter clothes, and like sweating to lose 3 to 4 pounds.
Aunt Allie, who is now Sadie's mom, is like the worst mother ever.
She's trying to teach her how to have an orgasm.
And passes out. And it's all because...
That's a good orgasm, then.
You pass out from it? That is true.
There you go.
And Allie did well, I guess. Well, it's funny because she's trying to teach her how to have an orgasm, and then Ming is doing everything possible to prevent her from having sex with Fred Wu after prom.
Okay, what do you think about that? Let's talk about sex on prom night. Because
or the sex excuse.
The sex excuse, I know. You're on your period. No, I don't know, because I feel like that's part of prom night. But I feel like she could have literally just told Fred Wu, like, I'm not ready to have sex and solve this whole problem.
Right.
But she does, like, humiliates him in front of her parents, which is so stupid. And then, it's just so weird.
It was really drawn out. And just, like, kind of silly. And first of all, ladies, you should know, you never try and make your boyfriend jealous, 1, or 2, get your parents to dislike your boyfriend, no matter what.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, it's silly. And I think she should have just spoken to him about it. I don't know. I remember, like, sex on prom night I was, like, really innocent and was not about that stuff. So.
Oh, I wasn't either. But I mean, I wasn't innocent, but I went to prom with a girl, so obviously that didn't happen.
I went to prom with a boy, but that didn't happen either. And I feel like I would have been kind of like her because I was always really awkward about talking about things like that too. It's hard.
But I feel like if you've, like, they've made out and done other stuff before, and so I feel like that conversation could come more easily. Like,
right. And she also just did give up the whole Asian mafia to be with him. So he's got I'm sure he's very understanding.
I bet they had sex anyways. Don't you think?
We'll find out next season, I guess.
That's true. She's pregnant.
That'd be awkward.
That would be. So funny, though.
I think for me, my most favorite part of this episode was hearing Sadie say the L word.
Oh, yeah, because it's so weird, just like Lacey said, like, you're not being Sadie. Also, I thought Lacey was so annoying in this episode.
This whole season. Her neck, and her need to get it out.
And she needs to get over Jesus so much. It's like, it's borderline annoying. But I think it's weird to see Sadie be intimate because she's so vocal and so, like, mean cutthroat. And then she's finally in love with this guy that you would never in a million years picture her to like. But they're, like, weirdly cute together.
It was so beyond cute. Seeing them at prom together, I just thought was adorable. And I think he's really good for her because she's so vocal and he's not.
Yeah, he's just, like, honest. Well, it's weird because she's, like, blunt and honest in a bitchy way. And he's honest in a way where he can't help it and it just kind of flows out. Right.
And I feel like he helps her. I feel like he doesn't intimidate her the way other guys would.
Yeah, because she's, like, very intimidated by, like, the hot jockey guy, I think.
Definitely. I think it's really cute and funny how she kind of was like, Jenna, like, there's no point of making fun of you anymore because you do it all for yourself, which is really true.
It's really mean, but, like, Jenna didn't even have anything to say to her because it's true.
It's true. Well, Jenna doesn't really ever have anything to say to her.
Yeah, that's true. Well, because Jenna has become the person that Jenna hates.
Right, which is why I think this episode was really important. Because
she had, like, a come to Jesus moment.
Yeah, like a WWJD moment. What would Jesus do moment?
Which do you remember those bracelets?
Are you kidding me? For a while, I really wanted one. I was like, that's so cool. You definitely had like 5. I had them
in, like, every color.
I knew it. That's hilarious. What do you think WWJD would do about the whole, like, Maddie, like, Bailey prom situation and, like, Jenna 3-ring circus?
At prom or?
Both. Before and at prom.
I don't know because it's such a weird, she's still in love with Maddie clearly. Bailey's her new friend. But I don't think her friendship with Bailey is going to get any better if Bailey starts to date Maddie. They can be on good terms, her and Maddie.
Right.
But once he gets in another relationship, Bailey is not gonna, if she's a normal person, not gonna be okay with him being best friends with his ex-girlfriend. You know? I don't think that's okay. And if I was Bailey, I would be like, hell no. But if I was Jenna, she's setting herself up for this.
She's totally setting herself up for it. And it's just weird because do you want your 2 friends to date your 2 ex-boyfriends?
Well, and clearly she has a problem, which we got to shout out to some of the people who tweeted us because they tweeted us this thing about her dress. But clearly...
Langley M. Neely.
Yeah. He said, if my daughter ripped a $700 dress, like, clearly Jenna has a problem. Thanks for the shout out. Clearly Jenna has a problem with making rash decisions and not thinking about the consequences.
Right.
You know, she'll just cut off a dress. She'll set up people. She'll cheat on people. So homegirl, needs to stop and think before she makes a decision.
Absolutely. And I think she's starting to realize that. We see towards the end of the episode where she's trying to write the paper and makes every excuse for herself not to go to prom. And Lacey sees that Jenna has the letter that she wrote on her desk. And when we rewind back to season 1, we obviously know that letter was extremely painful and hurtful. And now in retrospect, it kind of, if you look at it, not that it wasn't cruel, because I guess it was, especially coming from a mother, but it was very honest. And I feel like it's the words that Jenna really needs to hear.
Yeah. One, I think that's why she was almost looking at it as that now.
Like for inspiration,
like now,
or motivation.
Back, like, this is the person I should have become. And it's interesting to see because Jenna and her mom have both kind of gone through the same thing at different points in their lives. Like in the first season, her mom was this horrible person that would write this letter and do all these mean things. And then you see her mom change like this season. And then Jenna was the horrible, mean person now. And they're both kind of like almost went through similar things in the way they treated people.
No, absolutely.
And then they're finally back together and all good.
And they're learning together, and I feel like helping each other out.
Because I don't think Lacey would have handled seeing Jenna with the letter again how she handled it now last season. Like, she was like very, like, I feel like before she would have been like, you needed to hear that, and like snapped at her. And now she's like genuinely sorry.
No, absolutely.
Like, I thought that was such a cute moment.
Between the two of them, it was really cute. I think that it's just so nice to see how their relationship has evolved so much too. Because just a couple episodes back, Jenna was really concerned about her mom and her lack of career for like the week, you know, trying to help her get back together. And Lacey has been putting herself out there so much more for Jenna than she ever has. And it's gone way beyond like $700 dresses. It's like emotional help that I think Jenna really needed.
Well, and I think it's like she realizes now that she needs her mom's help too. Before she didn't want it, and now she wants it.
I think before she thought she was like better and smarter than Lacey
her mom
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jenna finally goes to prom. And
I like that she did that.
Me too. And I love how she turned in her letter. She's like, I'm not going to be a pussy anymore.
Yep. And she's not. Well, and I mean, it was really annoying when she was dancing by herself. But I thought the idea of that, like, because she's totally the girl that always needs a boy. And so I think that's, like, good for her.
I wrote down...
to not have a guy.
And, I mean, I wrote down a list of the things that she said of who she wants to be. But really quickly before that, I love how she dissed Colin.
Yeah. Well, I love Colin, so it's hard for me to get mad at him. But I think that was good for her. Because I thought when Maddie turned her down, she would go right back to Colin.
Oh, really?
Because she's such a, like, guy-hungry girl. Like, she can't not have a boyfriend.
I think he really hurt her, though.
Yeah, I think he did, too.
And I think that...
But it's interesting to see because if she really was a changed person, like, look at what she did. Look at what she did to Maddie, and look at how good Maddie treats her.
Right. You're right. She wouldn't have treated him like that either.
Like that.
But she didn't necessarily... I mean, she said something really mean. She said, I can't be mad at someone who I don't care about.
Yeah.
Which is like, boom,
like,
out.
Oh, that's really bitchy. She cares about him.
Definitely. Or she at least cared about how he treated her, how he saw her.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, he was her everything for a little bit.
Yeah. Which I think is so ridiculous still that she thinks that she could have Maddie back. I agree with those teachers and those haters in the school.
I know. What was the hashtag about her, like, falling on her face?
Oh, F-O...
Yeah. We've all been waiting for Jenna to F-O-H-F.
Fall on her face. So ridiculous. Okay, so Jenna, there's like a little montage at the end of the episode, and Jenna talks about who she wants to be. And she wants to be someone who's willing to forgive, like her mom. She wants to be someone who cares more about others than herself, like Val. She wants to be someone like Sadie, who tells it like it is. Someone who...
I thought that was really interesting, that one. To hear her say that she actually respects Sadie.
Totally. It was awesome because we love Sadie.
I know, Sadie's our fave.
She wants to be someone who would give it all up for someone who is so important, like Ming.
Okay, what was she saying there? Because I thought she was implying that Ming was going to give it up.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. No, because she gave up the Asian mafia to be with him.
Oh, I thought she was saying like she's going to put out on prom night because she really cares about Fred Wu. And I was like, yeah, you go, Ming.
That's hilarious.
I completely forgot about giving up the Asian mafia.
Not to be confused. Sex and the Asian mafia are extremely different. She wants to be a true friend like Tamara. She wants to see someone who sees the best in everything like Jake, and someone overall who doesn't need a boy to make her happy.
Aw.
This is like a very empowering
I know it was.
episode.
I got chills a couple times in the episode.
It was really, really great. And then Mr. Hart said something else too. He said, success isn't about winning, it's about staying in the game. And
I loved that.
Amazing. And for us too, who we're in Hollywood, we're trying to like this
Make
whole ride up together.
Yeah.
We've been talking about our careers and what we're going to do. And it just, that's what it is. It's about like working hard and staying in the game and not giving up.
Yep. Well, because I think a lot of people, and this might be getting to a little too personal, but people get too old and then they're like, no, I can't do it. And if you look at the people who are actually successful, especially like in our industry in Hollywood, it's the people who have been going at it their whole lives. You know?
Right.
It's rare that somebody has rich parents and is successful and then stays successful.
Well, it's funny, too, because I feel like everyone says people move to L.A., and it's a waiting game because people come here for a year or two. They think that their dreams are going to happen overnight. And then they leave and they realize that how much harder it really is.
Yeah.
And it really is about, like, I guess, the passion and the perseverance and, you know, like just believing in yourself more than anything else.
And you got to stay in the game.
Yeah. You hear that, Mom?
I'm staying in my game.
So I loved it. I think this was a really nice episode. It was like a great season finale. Although I'm pissed that we don't have like any little clues.
Any teasers for next season.
Yeah.
And it is awkward moving to hour episodes because the last 2 have been an hour.
I don't know. I can't tell if they just want to get it in before the holidays.
Yeah.
It could have just been that.
We all want to get it in before the holidays.
All right, let's get into some news and gossip. Do you have anything?
No.
Okay, well, I have some news and gossip.
Okay, perfect.
Mostly just gossip because...
AfterBuzz TV News.
Ooh, Steven.
Thank you.
That's our
Soundboard
handy
decided
dandy
to not
engineer,
work.
Steven.
So I just want you all to know, and this is going to be really awkward, so I'm a personal stylist, and over the weekend, I saw Nolan Funk at one of the places I work, who is calling on the show. And I was like, oh my God, whatever. It was just nice to see him. And I've seen him before too. And he was really, really sweet and gave me a big hug and said he remembered me, which he could have just been, he remembered me. Forget that. He obviously remembered me. And anyways, we've been trying to get him on the show, but unfortunately this was the last episode we'll ever see him on. So he will not be on our show. He is off.
Oh my God. Yeah. So he's gone for good.
He's gone for good.
No.
I know. He's gone for good, but he was really nice, and he's working on a lot of new projects. He said he's been filming a few films like all year, so.
Oh, that's cool.
Look forward to that.
Well, I feel like he's going to do really well because he was on Glee for a while too.
Yeah, definitely. And he's really nice and cute, and obviously he plays that like smart charmer quite well as the bad boy. So he's very diverse.
So we're all in love.
Okay, let's get into some predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
Predictions.
I think, and maybe this is because it just popped in my head, I think somebody's going to get pregnant next season.
That would make sense. Are they going to be seniors?
It's hard to tell because it's hard. Everything they do in this show is so not in like time order. Like it was just St. Patrick's Day last week.
Right, because they could technically graduate.
Yeah, they could be graduated. We don't know.
Okay.
Because I wonder because when we had
Lacey in
the studio, she was saying that she thought maybe they could do like a college spinoff. Remember?
Yes.
But I feel like we have at least another season.
We definitely have
them in
another
high school.
season. Who do you think would be the person getting pregnant?
I don't think it will be Jenna. I think too much has already happened to her. I think Sadie. I don't know. It'd be funny if it was Ming, but I could see it happening to Tamara.
I could. Oh my God, Tamara! I feel like
because I feel like Sadie wouldn't hesitate to have an abortion.
No. But Tamara would want to get married. She would be intense.
And you wouldn't think that girl because it's always that girl that gets pregnant.
I predict. This is hard. For some reason, I always have a prediction.
Yeah.
And now I'm kind of at a loss because I feel like they're all just like at this very like stagnant point.
Yeah, I guess that's a good way to end a season.
I think that Tamara and Jake are going to break up.
Oh, maybe he
he knocks her up and goes.
Then she finds out she's pregnant.
Oh my God.
That'd be good.
That is very dramatic.
I love it.
Maybe. Or maybe Bailey gets pregnant from her orgy.
Oh,
you guys.
So many good things.
Thank you so much for watching. I just want to shout out to everyone who's been following us this season. We really appreciate it. Again, I'm your host, Christina Zias. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Miss Zias.
And I'm Jason Eichler. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Jason Eichler.
Thank you to Watchtower Base and Steric Is My Life and Langley M. Neely for always tweeting us. We really appreciate it.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
You're welcome.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.